Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. My name is Arius and Merry Christmas everyone. It is a beautiful Christmas morning and I hope you're spending as much time with your loved ones as possible. Now, today I'm going to be talking about 2 chapters of Kagurabachi. I was a little bit worried that we wouldn't get chapter 15 because it's the week of Christmas. I know a lot of things go on delay just for the sake of the creators. But Kagurabachi still posted a chapter, so we're going to be talking about that and more. Well, the first thing I want to jump into, and the reason for the thumbnail is, although this could be the end of this major arc that they're doing, of course with Cloud Gouger, we also could be seeing potentially the end of the manga. There is lots of speculation that this could be getting canceled soon, and I'm going to be honest, I'm not looking forward to it. There's a lot of great things that are happening in the manga right now, and it's just ramping up in my opinion. And so if it's cut short of that from the momentum it's building up, I think it's going to be a real tragedy. So hopefully this manga could hang in there until, I guess, the end of this big arc, and maybe it'll turn around. Maybe people will start talking about this again, and maybe the chances of this being canceled are just rumors at this point. So that's addressing, I guess, the rumors of this manga ending. Now, going into chapter 14, it introduces one of the coolest concepts, I think, of this manga going forward, which is what they call a true realm of the enchanted blades. Now, this is interesting for several reasons. The first one is, it reminds me of domains from Jujutsu Kaisen, which is, if you've seen Jujutsu Kaisen, it's when you can immerse sort of your enemies in sort of this prison or realm that you control. It's basically part of your skill sets as a sorcerer. Now, with Kagurabachi, they do something very similar with True Realm, where it doesn't transform the area, but it gives you the ability to operate within it. It's your strength. So I see it more as not really a domain from Jujutsu Kaisen, but more of a similarity between Law's Room in One Piece, where the whole area that Chihiro operates in will basically become his his space to literally kill everyone. He is unstoppable. He got the star in Mario. Like, no one can stop him, and you definitely see this with these 2 chapters. Now, before we jump into, I guess, Chihiro demolishing the hordes of enemies in front of him, we have to talk about, I think, the big story progression with Char. Now, we get a little bit of backstory with Char's mother and their relationship and what eventually ends up happening. Now, it's very sad actually what happens to Char's mother, because Char's mother is actually the only surviving member of the clan of these people who can regenerate. Now, she survived, she managed to evade capture, and she grew up and fell in love and told this person about her powers. And because of that, it's mentioned that this person ends up running away. So Char's father is out of the picture, and it looks like later on he actually betrays Char's mother and gives away that she's the sole survivor. So both Char and her mother get kidnapped, and it's a very emotional moment because Char's mother is basically apologizing for bringing Char into this world with this curse of her regenerative powers, so everyone's after her. And it's a very sad moment, and it sets up, I think, a really sad sacrifice from Char's mother, where she ends up helping Char escape, but she can't go with her. And it's very traumatic for Char. You understand why Char was so closed off to Chihiro earlier on, when he was asking her about why the mafia was after her. And then we cut back to present day, where Chihiro once again was almost ambushed by one of the sorcerers, but clearly Chihiro's a god like that, so he basically demolishes everyone. It's funny because there's 2 goons too who are like, okay, we have a chance to cut loose now. We can operate and go after and you go 100% against Chihiro because he's that strong, and then they get murked in like 2 seconds. I thought that was pretty funny. They get decapitated in a really cool scene. And it all builds up to this final moment where Chihiro looks at Char with the sandwich and asks if she was hungry, because it's a callback to when basically they were sharing food earlier, and it was a really nice moment to really get Char to open up to Chihiro. So overall, it's a really great chapter. There's not that much that happens aside from a lot of action sequences and Char's backstory, but nonetheless, it is a great chapter. Now, am I interested to see what's going to end up happening with this black market auction? What's going to happen with Cloud Gouger? There's lots of questions that I still have, and unfortunately, I don't think that the anti-Cloud Gouger unit is going to survive after, the villain will get his power up. So it'll be interesting to see where the story goes. But do I really like them bringing in sort of true realms and more power and skill sets for these swords to operate? Yes, absolutely. And I kind of want to see what the others ones are. I want to see what true domain, what true realm is for Cloud Gouger. I think that would be also very interesting. But yeah, there's not that much that happens, but in terms of like 2 chapters back-to-back action, really great paneling, by the way, and amazing art. I think this is probably both of them 9 out of 10 chapters. The only thing that I think will make it a 10 out of 10 is if we have the final clash between Cloud Gouger and Chihiro. But aside from that, I think this is really good, and I'm excited to see where the story goes from here. Now, do I think there's going to be a little bit of a break where it slows down because they need to explore more story next chapter? I think so, because they just rescued Char. But do I also think that this is going to ramp up the final fight between Cloud Gouger? Absolutely. But that's just my thoughts. What did you guys think of this chapter? Did you like it? Did you hate it? I want to hear all your thoughts and more. And what do you think of the manga so far? Do you think this is going to get canceled anytime soon? Do you think there's still potential that they can still hold out and end up becoming a longer form series? I want to hear everything you guys want to say and more. Just leave it in the comments, and I'd love to read it. That's pretty much it, and thanks for watching.